Almost all the programs that you have written until now, they were executing statements sequentially. That is, if you had a main function and the main had a set of instructions, I1, I2, I3, I4, you always started the program execution from main, and once you move into the main block, you executed I1 first, followed by I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, and so on up till IN. But this is not how most of the real world programs work. In real world programs, you often do not see programs getting executed sequentially, which means that only some instructions will be executed and some will not. For example, you might execute the first two statements in this program, but depending upon some condition, you will either execute or not execute the next three instructions in the program. And then you start executing everything else sequentially. So to execute or not execute a certain set of statements, you would have to make some decisions. And in C, you have three constructs to make decisions. The first one is the if construct. The second one is the if else construct. And the third one is conditional operators. Let us look at the if statement more closely. So the syntax for the if statement is, you have the keyword if, and then you specify some condition here which has to be evaluated. This is the if block. It might contain one statement or more than one statements. Let's assume that it has ix, iy, iz, and then outside if you have a set of statements. The condition is written using relational operators, which is discussed next. So if the condition turns out to be true, you enter the if block and you execute ix, iy, and iz. So as soon as you hit the if statement, the condition is evaluated, and if the condition turns out to be true, you execute ix, iy, and iz. Once you execute all the statements in the if block, you go outside the if block and execute the remaining statements. Now, if the condition came out to be false, you would never enter the if block. Instead, you would directly execute starting from IA, followed by IB, and so on. So this is known as the if statement. And one thing to remember is, when you write the if statement, you do not have any semicolon at the end of the statement.